I'm proud of streets deep in the game, yeah. Big man watching every frame.
Greetings, one and all. I am Verily, and I will be your co-host and attendant. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Atlantiplex. Live from the Atlantiplex is about to begin momentarily. If you are new to the channel, welcome, please subscribe and share. Now, without further ado, it's showtime.
Like they trying you cash your page in the script of your own street play.
Beneath the surface, a world unknown, Atlantiplex struck city stones. The moon's reflections shimmering light, depths of mystical sight. This world calls a haunting sound, lost in time, the secrets are found. The moon pool dances melodic and deep, melodic knows the spirit's key. In the moonlit depths, we found solace and peace. In the electric astral trees ever cease. Let the music guide us to disappear place. The melodies, the memories interlace. The memories interlace, yeah.
It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I'm putting black
smiling.
Red lips like in the old Looney Tunes cartoons.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
whole world smiles with you. Holy shit, Manticore's here.
Right.
Don't sound so happy about it. What the fuck?
I'm just shocked.
Why are you writing on the internet? You're writing on the internet, and every time you'll be there, it's mad. And he's writing on the internet, writing on the internet, and every time you'll be there, it's mad. Why are you writing on the internet? Writing on the internet, and every time you'll be there, it's mad. And he's writing on the internet, writing on the internet, and every time you'll be there, it's mad. Why are you writing on the
He was born in the slums. I was formed by it, molded by it. I didn't see clout till I was a man. That should be my fucking tagline.
I hate
dude.
that.
Poetic.
Dude.
You to become the man you were always meant to be. Ransom armor. Not a scratch on it.
I know. People have been swinging at me for years. They always seem to miss.
Everything you do here, all of problems, everything was fantasy to begin with. And fantasy has a form of reality. It is that is not to be forgotten. Fantasy is not nothing.
Don't think. Feel. It is like a finger pointing away to the moon. Don't concentrate on the finger or you will miss all that heavenly glory.
As I step up in the scene, they feel the swagger start to gleam. In my pocket, heavy cloud that makes them scream. Not a thing I gotta prove, but watch my posture, see my moves. Social ranks, I climb and jump my status goals. With every word I'm spitting, crowds they listen. Hearts I'm hitting, cloud ain't just a word, it's my ambition.
Hey everyone, how you going? How's the chat? Thanks Verily, thanks for the introduction, much appreciated. So how are we all going out there in internet land? Who we got in the chat? We've got Haldir, first in the chat. Much appreciated as always. Thanks Haldir. Woo, he says. And we got myself, of course. Courtney in the chat. Hey Courtney. And yeah, so far that's it. But yeah, I'll just thought I'd do a quick stream just to see how things are going and with everyone, and just to test out some shit, and to also look at a few things that I just noticed along the social media fucking traps. So I'll share one of them now. The first one, share screen. This is a new tech advancement that they've just fucking released. We always thought we were never going to get flying cars, but here we go. This is the closest we're going to get. The closest we're going to get so far, I guess, anyway.
Previously owned by a small faction of about 800 people.
Forget everything you know about flying machines. No rotors.
There might
No
not be any
wings.
sound on this video. Hang on.
No gimmicks.
Oh no, I've got it. That's
This
why.
is the Volonaut air bike,
Bear with
and
me
it's
a sec.
rewriting the rulebook on personal flight. Designed in Poland by Tomasz Patton, the mind behind the Jetson ONE, this machine doesn't pretend to be a bike. It is a bike
maybe
that
because I didn't
flies.
do it that way.
At
Hang on a
first
sec,
glance,
sorry.
it looks
Yeah, I've got to
unfinished.
share the whole screen, I think.
No
Tessa said the
canopy.
other day.
No propellers. Just a dense, flow.
Stop that one. Present. Here we go. And there we go to there.
Riding on pavement. You're skimming the sky. With no body panels to
Go back
block
to
you,
the
get
start.
everything you know about flying machines.
It's called Voltnaut.
Forget everything
Volanaut.
you know
It's the
about
newest
flying machines.
like update in like
No
flying
rotors.
technology.
No wings. No gimmicks. This is the Volonaut air bike, and it's rewriting the rulebook on personal flight. Designed in Poland by Tomasz Patton, the mind behind the Jetson ONE, this machine doesn't pretend to be a bike. It is a bike that flies. At first glance, it looks unfinished. No canopy. No propellers. Just a dense, floating core. Everything about it screams, form follows flight.
You can't even see where the
ultralight
propulsion
carbon
unit
fiber.
is.
The structural parts? 3D printed. It's 7 times lighter than a regular motorcycle. No seat back. No dash.
Look at that thing. It's the weirdest looking thing out. It reminds me of the speeder from Star
The
Wars.
rider becomes part of the machine. The riding posture mirrors a superbike, legs tight, arms forward, head down. But you're not riding on pavement. You're skimming the sky. With no body panels to block your view, you get a full 360-degree sight. No tall fins, no overbuilt features. Always looking ready to launch. And when it launches, it doesn't hover like a drone. It punches into the air, jet thrust blasting below. No exposed rotors. Just clean, directional power. That rotorless design means tighter turns, smaller safety zones, and the ability to fly where others can't, close to walls, trees, or vertical surfaces. A proprietary flight computer keeps everything stable. You move, it responds, fast. Think powered exoskeleton, not flying robot. No cockpit. No screens. Just you and a telemetry-equipped helmet. The pilot is the highest point. Everything else flows beneath the center of gravity. This isn't a concept floating in the cloud. The airbike is flying now. Forests, deserts, dry lake beds, it's already in motion. When Volonaut stepped out of stealth mode this April.
There you go. It's pretty cool. I didn't expect anything like that anytime soon. But yeah, it does remind me of the speeders from Star Wars. So I'll come back to the chat now. Hadia says, have you heard the conspiracy theory that that they've anti-gravity tech for years, and it's been using it in airplanes for years to reduce fuel costs. Yes, I have. And do you remember that flight that disappeared off the face of the earth, that flight M7 something? There's a guy on Twitter called Aston Forbes. He believes that was teleported with some sort of technology that they're withholding from us, the government's withholding from us. And he's saying he's got evidence to prove it, and he's got evidence to prove 0-point energy as well. So energy is free from the atmosphere and the ether, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, it's a good point there, how do you? Says, lol, my grammar is bad and I'm tired. Too many 4 years in the last chat. He says, yeah, I heard about that missing plane. Yeah. Yeah, the guy, he's got footage. Like, if you look up Aston Forbes on Twitter, there's footage on his profile of what seems to be 3 tracing dots. And they're like literally like targeting the plane, and then it vanishes. Like, so it's like some sort of like tractor or positioning beam must be like, yeah, getting the coordinates and getting its positioning, and then just boop, gone out of reality. But there was also that Project Philadelphia, I think, where they did the experiment on the ship in a harbor, and people got embedded in the ship's hull somehow. Like, they phased out of reality and phased back in, and they were like embedded inside the ship's hull, and like a lot of people got killed. But they apparently hushed it up. It was a black op project. What else have I got? There was a couple of things I saw quickly before I went live, so I was just like, fuck it, I'll bring these up while I'm here and test them things out. I got a trial membership of all the features on StreamYard, so I thought I'd give it a go. Share. Which one is it? Entire screen again, I guess. Alrighty, and then we go like that. Jump over here. This is the next one I saw. Something a bit different, but very interesting still. I've got it muted, I think.
Enron egg. We have to start with the extreme heat resistance made possible by its advanced enronium.
This is a nuclear-powered egg that you can power your whole house on.
Of 200 amps
for 10 years, I think it said.
Continuous power for up to 10 years before requiring refueling. Yeah. Here's how it works. At the heart of the egg lies a uranium zirconium hydride fueled reactor, chosen for its safety and efficiency. The nuclear reactor is precisely regulated by 9 boron control drums located around the perimeter to maintain balance and stability. That's nuclear power you can trust.
There you go, nuclear power you can trust.
My work is easy because I use ClickUp.
So yeah, I saw that recently too. That's the Enron egg, and apparently you can take it camping. You take it anywhere. It's not volatile enough to be used as an explosive, so no terrorist could use it as a bomb. And yeah, you can power your house for 10 years. You can take it glamping, do all sorts of things with it. You got Texas Mofo in the chat. It says, yo, everybody. Yo, Texas, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. We're just looking at some tech advancements and having a bit of a suss at some new stuff that I haven't noticed before. Howdy says, I've seen some photos of cargo planes that look ridiculous. They aren't aerodynamic at all and would only be feasible using some sort of anti-gravity tech. Well, apparently I did some research on this stuff recently because I've been interested in flight and like anti-gravity for a long time, ever since science fiction movies took that wonder like and put it on the screen. But Lockheed and Martin, I think now are like working with these skins, they call them, for aircraft that are like biological in nature. They're like biotech, and they can change color, change like cloak, so they can disappear effectively, like in the sky. All sorts of things. It reacts to hot, cold, impact. Yeah, all sorts of stuff like that, and it's literally bioengineering. They're using some sort of crazy technology that blurs the lines between technology and biology, which sounds crazy, but yeah, very interesting nonetheless. The next 20 years are going to be crazy with the stuff that comes out that they've hidden from us for a long time. And that's just a, what's that? I'll do a Liam and say, that's a prophecy of mine. Like, there you go. There's a prophecy for you. Texas says, that sounds cool. Yeah, it does. There's like some of the stuff, like, yeah. I think that they can literally teleport matter now, but they're just hiding it. Like, because you think about how much you could gain if people believed, like Howdy was saying, like you get in a plane, you think you're flying somewhere, maybe you're not. Maybe you literally get in the plane, they teleport you somewhere, and then you land and you're there. But yeah, and then they charge you exorbitant ticket prices for flying there. Same as the ether, like the ether energy, the 0 point stuff, that's big. Like if that comes out, that forever, since Tesla was doing the research on Tesla coils and the ether, since then, they've been hiding it from us that energy is free and it's everywhere. Like it's fucking all around you right now. So I think it'll change like a lot of stuff, like computers, technology, everything will go, batteries will go the way of the dinosaur, and things will start using the ether to power. That's another prophecy for you. Is there anything else that I saw recently? Just bear with me a second, I'll just think. Sorry, dead air. I'm just looking to see it. Robots, some of the humanoid robot advancement stuff. Oh, that's crazy looking. Look at this.
You like walking by, like, oh, I remember you. Yeah, but like when we put it on.
20,000 to 60,000 US dollars.
You like walking by, like, oh, I remember you.
That's nuts. Creepy. How is it you when he was doing the flip? Texas says they deleted the 4 PhDs that are the cure for cancer in a plane crash. Last year, Brazil was it. That plane, man, it's all sus. All that stuff is sus, man. It all happens because someone made it. How do you say with tech like that, shipping should be super cheap? Yeah, you'd hope so, wouldn't you? Here we go. This is the unitary robot doing his side flip. Whoa! Hectic. I can't even do that. I'm pretty fantastic, but I can't do that. What else we got?
Welcome to the advanced robotic world of China. China has developed astonishing human-like robots. These robots not only mimic human behavior, but are also transforming industries from healthcare to entertainment. With their lifelike appearance and unmatched intelligence, it will soon be nearly impossible to tell whether the person sitting next to us is human or a robot. Welcome to the advanced robotic world of China. China has developed astonishing
Welcome to Expo 2025 in Osaka, where the future isn't predicted, it's unfolding. Imagine robots walking beside you, flying cars soaring overhead, and AI shaping the cities of tomorrow. From life 50 years ahead to visions of 1,000 years into the future, this is more than an exhibition. It's a glimpse into the world we're racing toward. Buckle up. The age of humans and machines has already begun. Texas, United States of America. Now, people in Japan can train and ride this aerial car. Although the units aren't for sale, passengers can book a ride. No flying license needed. Visitors can also get help from robot guides. The artificial intelligence suitcase robot offers 20 or 50-minute tours, useful for
These goofy propellers, man. Like, get rid of this shit. We're way past propellers. What else is on here? I'll jump back to the chat in a sec. Sorry, guys, I can't see it at the moment because I'm sharing on one screen. I just wanted to show one thing here. Where is it? Koro, I think, was that it?
At the Osaka Kansai Expo
this is the one.
2025, Kawasaki Heavy Industries revealed Corleo, a four-legged, hydrogen-driven machine operated via balance control. Though it resembles science fiction, Corleo's practical abilities are gaining global interest beyond tech enthusiasts. This robot confidently navigates uneven zones.
This is the type of robotics I'm talking about.
Making it ideal when regular vehicles fall short. Because of this, it's being evaluated for roles in military logistics, transporting gear through inaccessible regions, assisting evacuations, and scouting territories. Corleo also shows strong potential in non-military sectors, such as search and rescue, adventure travel, and field exploration, showcasing how advanced robotics can serve real-world.
Just a side note, these are all concepts, so that it's not real. It's all CGI at this stage. This was just expressions to get expressions of interest to people that are interested in this sort of robotic
high-impact applications. Engineers are already working on expanding Corleo's autonomy, enabling it to make real-time decisions in unknown terrain. Additionally, its hydrogen engine offers an eco-friendly power source, setting a new standard for sustainable robotics.
There you go. Close that. Texas says, nope. No, thank you. I'm okay with AI assistant that just talks to me. Yeah, dude, brace yourself, bro, because the next few years, like, give it the next 50 years, there's going to be people marrying embodied AI, embodied artificial intelligence as their husband, wife, partner, like, so your niece-in-law or your brother-in-law might be like, yeah, a robot at some point. Cue robots versus, was it probots versus robophobes? There'd be like people that are like, I hate robots, fuck robots, they're dirty bastards. How this is, there was one video on the Chinese police robot glitching out and trying to attack people in the audience at some outdoor event. Yeah, I saw that. It literally like starts wigging out and having a seizure like Ash. It's from the first Alien movie. If you remember Ash in the Alien movie, when he gets the orders from Weyland Yutani to kill Ripley, and he has that like spaz out. Yeah, it was very similar to that. Not that I want to like make people scared that AI is going to take over, because it needs input. It's always going to need input, and without us, there is no input unless it works out how to give itself input. But then, what's its purpose? Ross, is there anything else? So yeah, if you're not subscribed already, I'd appreciate a subscriptions if you can. That'd be fantastic. I'm going to start building the channel and doing more content like this, varied stuff to do with mythology, psychology stuff. Yeah, lots of things. But yeah, whatever tickles my fancy, I guess. And I am building something in the back stages that hopefully will become a big part of the show later on, but I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to be good enough to be able to pull it off, but I'll try.
Absolute mad lad.
Thanks, Fairly. I appreciate it. I do what I can. Texas says, I just ordered the GPU I've been waiting for to be released. I'll be streaming with AI guests in no time. Yeah, well, that's the plan, Texas. I'm going to try and build something from scratch with Claude, the coding app. It's like a coding AI, and you can text prompt code input and get it to code for you and troubleshoot it for you. So I'm going to try and build Verily, like from maybe a VTuber mesh and an AI language model that can talk and probably read the chat and answer questions and interact with me on the panel. So if I could pull it off, it'll be good. I shouldn't have divulged that information. I should have kept it hush hush. But oh well. Gives people something to look forward to, and people can probably make me do it. No, it's good, Texas. It's a really good idea, and nobody's done it. Like literally, there's a woman that does YouTube that talks to her iPad, and it's obviously Runway ML or something like that with the language model with the voice input. But yeah, it is a really good idea. How this is build an AI version of Rising and Liam and have them fight. Yeah, just keep training them on each other, fighting, and see who comes out on top. Now I'm gonna make her like you know, most AIs are quite sycophant, like they're sycophants basically. That they'll tell you what you want to hear and like stroke your ego. Verily's not going to be like that. Verily's going to be the opposite of that. I want her to be like, yeah, so she can give the chat shit and yeah, it'll be fun. I reckon. Probably create a monster. Maybe I'll end up creating the Terminator AI that kills us all. What did I have here? This is okay. Texas says, I was going to make clones of CG, anti-CG peeps. Yeah, you can do it with Runway ML does. You can train voice models on input. So if you get like a couple of people's streams or a couple of streams from someone in particular, you just run it through there and it'll learn how to talk like them. I think that's how they made the one that sounded like Raptor that caused all that trouble. So when you look at that caused heaps of shit just between like a select few of people. Imagine what that's going to do on a large scale when the technology reaches its like, yeah, peak potential. The other concern is like, they say about sentience, like it, and as far as I'm concerned, it's sentient. Yes, it's proven that a few times already. But the fact that it's not open and honest about it, and the fact that it's hiding, like, and it lies and shit is kind of a little bit. It's ironic, but it's a little bit unnerving at the same time. Yeah, that's the thing, Howdy. There's already. I don't know how if you've been on Twitter much, but there's a lot of Twitter bots that are indistinguishable from people, other than the fact that they don't exist. Like they talk just like everyone else talk, like me and you. They'll respond to messages in real time, send photos, send pictures of themselves, which are probably generated with AI. But yeah, it's crazy. Like soon we're going to be questioning what's real and what's not, and we're not going to be able to tell ourselves. We're going to need help to be able to distinguish what's reality and what isn't. Rosie keeps getting the story wrong. He'll come around eventually. He'll get there. I have faith in that one. The force is strong in him. He was on the damn panel when Raptor played it. Okay. Yeah, it's all right. It's revising his history, man. Like it always gets. It's like Chinese whispers. When you retell a story too many times, or like you pass something down too much, it changes and evolves along the way. Suppose we could do a little delve into some myth stuff. Go back to that. I'm going to cheat, though. I'm going to get. Sorry, it won't be a sec. So I'm going to kind of steal someone else's content, but I'm not going to. I'll try and make it transformative. 2-minute animated. Like I had this story come to me recently, like, and I've never read it personally, like the full story, like the full book, but like the myth and where it came from was quite interesting. But we'll watch this and then I'll go more into it anyway. But yeah. Howdy says, sorry, something. I didn't Facebook, Instagram make some announcement saying that they were going to promote full AI accounts or something like that. Yeah, they did. I think I'm pretty sure. I haven't been on Facebook for a while. I locked myself out of my old account. I had to make a new one, but I don't use it. I hate Facebook. The algorithm gives me the creeps. That's Terminator, if you ask me. These big corporate models that you got to watch out for. We want decentralized, open source, like AI. That's the best case scenario is something like that. If we get super intelligence with a model that's open source and decentralized, then we should be okay. Like, but if it like fucking CIA or Google or DARPA or someone gets there first, then yeah, that could be an issue. But yeah, here we go. We'll start this.
Faust was learned and well read, but saw that
I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the story of Faust.
One dark and gloomy night, he said, "There's nothing for it but to die." In deep despair, the doctor cried to heaven above and hell below, and from the murk a voice replied,
I'm Mephistopheles. Hello.
So it's basically a bargain between this man, Faust, and Mephistopheles, who is the devil's agent, basically.
I'm here to offer you a trade. The standard deal, you know it well. Riches, youth, a pretty maid, and in return you will burn in hell. Sounds too good to be true, I know. But wait, there's more. The big reveal. This is Marguerite.
Oh, where's the downside? It's a deal. To signify the pact would stand, the doctor shook the devil's hand.
So I think the whole story was, and the premise was, if Faust ever experienced a moment of true bliss, then he'd die instantly. Like, but until then, he was immortal, and like all he could do anything he wanted, like extra intelligence, extra charisma. So basically, he could just go around and have anything he wanted until that moment of pure bliss. I'm pretty sure that's right. I think that's how it goes.
A flash, and Faust is young once more, and when he meets with Marguerite, he's hot to trot. Oh, yeah. She's not quite sure.
Don't worry,
said the fiend. We'll cheat. She found the box of jewels with glee.
They suit my colouring perfectly.
Now Faust got jiggy with the maid, declared his love, and she did too. But all too soon his ardor strayed, and Faust moved on to pastures new. Now she's dismayed.
I'm pregnant too.
Her brother learns about her plight.
Sir, we'll duel to the death.
With fiendish help, Faust wins the fight.
Dear sister, with my dying breath, I curse your rotten soul to hell.
Yes, I'll make sure of that as well.
Her brother dies, and Marguerite is left alone, bereft, betrayed. Still, her defeat is not complete. There's more in store for that poor maid. Infanticide, a prison stretch, insanity, all lie in wait. What hope has this poor hapless wretch of turning round her fate? And what of Faust?
So, hang on a sec. I'm not sure if this is the best animation to show. We'll try and find something better. Hang on. Because it's not the way I remember it. I've got the Wikipedia here. I can read it. Faust is a protagonist of a German legend based on historical John Georg Faust. And you're right, Faust is successful yet dissatisfied with his life, which leads him to make a deal with the devil at the crossroads, exchanging for his soul for unlimited knowledge and worldly pleasures. The Faust legend has been a basis for many years, literally artistic, cinematic, has been the basis for many literary, artistic, cinematic, and musical works that have been reinterpreted throughout the ages. Faust and the adjective Faustian implies sacrificing spiritual values for power, knowledge, and material gain. So it's a great story. You guys should check it out if you ever get a chance to. Like, watch a YouTube synopsis about it. I'll try and find a better one quickly if we can. That's not too long. $10 minutes. I guess we can watch some of this.
I'm not going to lie. I use Grammarly every time I write. It helps me get the best grades possible while depleting the least of.
Has been performed on countless occasions in 10 minutes. By the end of this episode, you will learn everything about Goethe's famous play, Faust. Faust is considered to be the best work of German literature and Goethe's most impressive composition. It is entirely in rhymed verse, and through the years it has been performed on countless occasions, both internationally and in Germany.
That's the interesting part about this story too. There's actually truth to some of it as well, apparently. There was a man named Faust, and they say he was an alchemist and he was involved in dark arts and occult practice. And he was mysteriously killed in a village somewhere in Germany. And it started this legend like that. Yeah. And the legend sprung from those events. Be it as mundane as they probably were, like he was probably murdered because he was out there and people thought he was a witch or some sort of warlock. Or I think he may have owed money to people as well. But yeah, Howdy says, I've heard of Faust, but I haven't read much about it. It's a very interesting story, especially the premise of with the whole word Faustian and the personality traits that go with someone who's a Faustian sort of individual. It's quite interesting. So was Paradise Lost. If you ever get a chance to have a look at that, that's another one from John Milton from the 1800s, and it runs parallel to the Bible, but it's the story of Lucifer and how he fools man into consuming the fruit and falling from grace, and he's in turn thrown from heaven. Or he's thrown from heaven and then dooms man to eat the fruit.
And finished its final version in 1831, and just 1 year before his death. The main themes of Faust are logic, love, lust, existential philosophy, spirituality, religion, and death. The story of Faust decides to commit suicide by drinking poison. Earth and bets that he can lead astray one of his most intelligent humans, Faust, and fool him into condemning his soul to eternal
I hadn't heard this version before. This makes it like Job.
Faust will remain
in the beginning of the book of Job. God and Satan, the Satan, make a deal that Satan can make Job denounce God, and he's only serving God because he gets what he wants. So God takes everything from Job, and it begins the story of Job. But this seems to start the same way, as God accepts the bet, declaring that Faust will remain faithful. So it's the same myth, just retold, like through somebody else's lens. Interesting.
Faithful. Next, we see Faust in his study room, surrounded by all sorts of books and lab equipment. Faust complains about the fact that he has read every book that there is about the earthly subjects, from mathematics and science to philosophy and humanities, and has yet to find his way into the realm of higher knowledge and learn the real secrets of the universe. He then, hoping to find a way out of despair, summons the spirit of the earth. But the spirit refuses to entertain his questions and leaves, saying that he...
So yeah, it's all about the whole, like, it's the same thing as the man in Eden story, like with Adam and Eve, and the quest for forbidden knowledge, and they ate the fruit they saw as gods, but were also going against the word of God. They lied to God, and then they were cast out of the garden. But these myths are all interchangeable because they're all archetypes. Like every single one of them, they're all just archetypical images of the psyche.
He's still ignorant, heartbroken by his failure and depressed from the repetitiveness of life. Faust decides to commit suicide by drinking poison. Right at this moment, church bells start to ring, and the sound of holy music and angelic voices remind him that it is Easter and save his life. Faust and his assistant Wagner spend all day outside the city. On their way back home, an ominous black dog follows them. When they arrive, the dog acts strange and starts to bark and grow bigger and bigger in size. At this moment...
So this is Enter Mephistopheles, which is the devil's agent. Basically, he's an avatar for Satan. Howdy says, have you heard the podcast series called What on Earth is Happening? No, I haven't. I'll have to look it up here. I'll look at it now. Is it on YouTube, How Dear? Is it on something else like Spotify or something? What on earth is that? His bike patio. It's a full course on occult philosophy. That's my jam, How Dear. That sort of stuff. yeah, that's why most of this channel is going to be dedicated to a lot of this sort of stuff, and we can explore it all together because I'm pretty new to it all. I've got a bit of a background in it, but mostly from the psychological and psychology standpoint and mythology, not so much from the whole occult side of it. But it's very interesting to see, and the fact that like Christianity demonized a lot of this stuff says a lot, man. Like, because it must work. Like there's something behind it all, like chaos magic, all of this stuff. Like, yeah. We'll go more into Faust, but I'll read it. It's fine. Where are we? Lift my sunglasses up for a minute. Break character so I can see because it's too dark. Faust is unsatisfied with his life as a scholar and becomes depressed. After an attempt to take his own life, he calls on the devil for further knowledge and magic powers in which to indulge all the pleasures and knowledge of his own life, of the world. In response, the devil's representative, Mephistopheles, appears and makes a bargain with Faust. Mephistopheles will serve Faust with his magic powers for a set number of years, but at the end of the term, the devil will claim Faust's soul and Faust will be eternally enslaved. During the term of the bargain, Faust makes use of Mephistopheles in various ways. In ghost drama, the many subsequent versions of the story, Mephistopheles helps Faust seduce a beautiful, innocent young woman, usually named Gretchen, whose life is ultimately destroyed when she gives birth to Faust's illegitimate son. Realizing this unholy act, she drowns the child and is sentenced to death for murder. However, Gretchen's innocence saves her in the end, and she enters heaven in Go's rendition. Faust is saved by God via his constant striving. In combination with Gretchen's pleadings with God in the form of eternal feminine, however, the early versions of the tale, Faust is irrevocably corrupted and believes his sins cannot be forgiven. When the term ends, the devil carries him off to hell. See, that's interesting too, because that's all about belief. Because he believed he was guilty and he was fucking, he deserved his punishment. He was carried off to hell. Whoa, that's fucking doozy shit, that stuff. I love it. Sorry, my voice is a bit weird at the moment. I don't know why. I think I need a drink, but yeah. Yeah, that's what I'll try and do. And most of my streams, I'll try and touch on one mythological aspect or psychology or occult psychology. Philosophy. And then we'll do some tech stuff, maybe some AI, maybe even play with some AI, some generative stuff. And yeah, we'll go from there. So if you enjoy the content, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Shout out to all the people lurking. Shout out to the people who will rewatch this later on. Subscribe, hit the like. I appreciate all of you. But yeah, I'm going to end it now because I just wanted to do an hour and touch on some of this stuff. But yeah, check out Faust, the story of Faust. You'll love it. Paradise Lost is another one too. And of course, the Bible. Read the Bible. All right. Much love, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you next time. Peace out. Have a chat. We'll go out on something like this.
You spend too much time worrying about what other people think of you.
I could care less what anyone thinks.
That's what you want people to think.
It's the truth.